Hi there, it's Kaya from kajcyika.crafts, and today I am here with you with one layer card and a bunch of tips on making one layer card interesting and dimensional. I wanted this card to be a bit bigger than usual, so I made my own card base and then a front panel that is from watercolor paper. The size of the longer piece is 8 1/4 of an inch and the smaller size is 4 1/8 of an inch. As said, I will be using watercolor paper and I will just start stamping the images. So I will be using watercolors, and this means I need a watercolor friendly ink. So I am using Versafine ONYX black ink, and I will just stamp this towards the right bottom corner of my panel. As you can see, I went quite towards the edge, and you will see later why. So my first tip when making one layer card is masking. You can make so much with it. So I just stamped this on a piece of masking paper, and now I will fussy cut it directly on the line, the same image. And then we will put this mask on top. So I want this image to be in the front, that's why I stamped it out first, and now this that I will stamp now will be in the back. So I will do the same. I will put it in my MISTI and then stamp it out using the same ink. But I will only stamp the bloom because I didn't want anything else. I will stamp it twice just to make sure it's really beautiful and dark black. So I will also stamp these leaves again, and then I can remove the mask, and you can see that we already get this dimension even though we only have one layer. So then I will stamp another flower in the left top corner, and then I can start coloring. I will be using watercolors as said, and my tip here is to make really big contrast. And by contrast I mean that even though you can see here that I'm using only one color of ink, I'm making sure that I have this dark in the center and then really light wash of color towards the end of the bloom. So you want to build your color, and you can see how beautiful and dimensional these flowers look. So make sure you make a lot of shadows and contrast. I will then color everything else in. I am using greens now, and for the center I will use this brown color that is almost like orangey brown, and this will actually finish off my coloring for now. And now to the next part of that tips that I have for you. I will now first mark 1 centimeter. I'm sorry that I'm confusing you now. It's about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or something like that. And then when I have marked all 4 corners, I can go ahead and make the line connecting that corners. So you can see that I'm using this special ruler that has lines inside, and I can just line the lines up with the edge of the paper, and it makes sure that it's straight. If you don't have something like this, you can use a T-ruler, but I have this on my desk, so that's why I use it. And as said, even though that I have this long line, because my ruler has these lines on it, I will then be able to move the ruler to the left side and line up it perfectly. So you will see it here in a second. Right now you can see that I will just line it up again, I will look at it, and then I will just connect the lines, and you can see that it matches perfectly. I will do the same on the top, and now I will just stamp the sentiment, and I use this big hello because I wanted something bold. So I will stamp it again using my MISTI, and I will put it on the center just a little towards the bottom of the card. I will again use the same black because I like that my inks match. And yeah, I will stamp it twice because, as said, it's a big sentiment and it needs a lot of ink. Then I decided that I will add some gray only on the bottom parts of my images and only inside the frame. You can't really see it really good in the video, but in real life it really makes a lot of difference. So this is my next tip: make sure you have shadows and that your images really pop off the card, even though we only have one layer. So this is it. I will just add these white gel pen details on my hello, and then the only thing left to do is to glue this watercolor panel on my card base. And you could do this directly on the card base, but I decided that I will just glue it here on there. And that's it for today. Hope that you enjoyed this video tutorial and that my tips for one layer cards will help you. I have the supplies listed in the description box in case you want to use the one that I use here. And yeah, see you again soon, guys. Bye bye!